Yeah. There we go. Hello. We're here in Norwalk, and we're here with round one of the Premier Challenge. I'm bad at this. Anyway, you may have noticed that Regina is not here, so you're stuck with me. I'm Patrick Rittenauer, and here we are with round one, Riley Factura versus Nathaniel Christmas. And as you can see, Riley is using everyone's favorite Pokemon, Chansey. So this is going to be a very fun match, because, Chansey's just going to keep on using that Minimize. But Nathan here also has a pretty interesting team with Mimikyu, Porygon 2, Braviary, Tyranitar, Snorlax, and Incineroar. So we have the very interesting matchup. Nathaniel has a very, very solid Trick Room core, it looks like, but getting our boy here could very easily just cheese everything out with Minimize. So let's see how this plays out. Anyway, here we see Nathan has already picked his moves, and let's see, Riley is still waiting.
I always forget about it.
Anyway, another interesting thing is that Riley's team has Rhyperior, which is not a Pokemon you see very often, but it's also a very slow Pokemon that could counter Nathan's Trick Room setup. Alright, and the match has started, so who are they leading with today? You see the... and we see Nathan here with the Pikachu outfit. Oh, hi. And Riley is leading with Charizard and Tapu Koko, and... oh, nice nicknames. And Nathan is leading with Braviary and Tyranitar. So we're not seeing Trick Room or Chansey quite yet. But anyway, this is a very good position for Nathan, I think, because Tyranitar can very easily beat that Charizard and just deny any chance of any potential weather. Although Riley's Tapu Koko does not put Braviary in a very good position. So we'll have to see what the players can do here. But I am thinking that Riley is probably going to want to conserve his Charizard because it's going to be scared out by that Tyranitar. Ooh, he's actually keeping it in. Is he going for the Protect, or what is he? What's he doing? Okay, yeah, it gets rid of Tyranitar's weather. Oh, yep, Charizard is going for the Protect, getting rid of that weather and staying safe for this turn. And Braviary also protects itself, not wanting to take anything from that Tapu Koko. Ooh, Discharge. That's interesting. You don't see that a lot. You'll usually see Koko going for the Volt Switch. Of course, that actually does a pretty decent chunk to Tyranitar now that its special defense boost from the sand is gone. And Tyranitar goes for the Dragon Dance, so now I'm thinking that Charizard is really going to want to get out of here now, because...
I like that turn off from Riley. It was really safe when it comes to conserving his Mega, and the Discharge had a little bit of the hack potential. Also, this way, with the non-Mega Tyranitar still on his face, Tapu Koko.
Yes.
Tapu Koko will go first.
Yes. Tapu Koko can now threaten the Tyranitar, and of course, Riley sends out... oh, Defiant, though.
It's Life Orb, it should be able to KO with Thunderbolt.
Oh, and Adrenaline Orb.
Okay. I don't think the Orb will come into play because unless he double protects here. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yep. But now the Tyranitar no longer has the attack boost thanks to the Dragon Dance. And it's probably... oh, now he goes for the Mega so that he can outspeed the Tapu Koko.
Maybe. It has to be like maximum speed, so...
yes, it has to be maximum speed, but it has a chance.
Yeah, so let's see how the turn goes, because the turn order here probably decides it. Yeah.
Yep. Ooh, Tapu Koko avoided it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Nathan. But okay. Koko goes for the Volt Switch.
That's a lot of damage, wow.
Wow. That did a lot of damage to the Incineroar, so maybe it's not even an Assault Vest on it?
Yeah, maybe it's like less bulky berry and like Coco Cookie Modest, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, now we see Riley send out his Rhyperior, which is a pretty good match against these two. Because I don't think Tyranitar has very much that can hit Rhyperior, and Incineroar at most could have low kick. And Incineroar goes for the Fake Out, recognizing that Rhyperior is the threat here, but Landorus goes for the Superpower right away, and takes that Tyranitar right out. So we can very clearly see that Landorus is Scarf, considering it went before a +1 Tyranitar.
Yeah. I really like the Riley's position on the board here. In terms of getting the Sand Setter off, now Riley can put up Sun whenever he wants. I guess that's a little bit tricky with the Incineroar, but it's also been damaged, so I don't know. I think with Rhyperior Landorus, he's in a pretty good spot.
Yep. And now that Tyranitar is gone, as Terry said, Charizard is just free to come in and get rid of that sand. And anyway, Braviary comes back in, so if Landorus wants to switch out here, it's going to be very worried about coming back in thanks to the Defiant.
Yeah, so I think the switching turn order in turn 2 was pretty significant here, because the order in which the Pokemon switched out on turn 2 determined whether the Braviary had to burn an item, and it did.
And so Landorus is just going right for the Superpower again, wanting to get that Incineroar out of the way, recognizing that it's the one thing that's maybe discouraging him from bringing in Charizard.
Right.
And Braviary goes for the Superpower onto Rhyperior, and that is a lot of damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage. Also, I'm not sure like how big it was. That makes me question the ability of the Pokemon. Kind of looks like Solid Rock, but I think lately the Rhyperior has had a success for using Lightning Rod. And that kind of goes in with the whole discharge theme of the Coco. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, but that difference would kind of... It would make you think that it's Solid Rock, but also Rhyperior does have a very high defense stat.
Yeah. We'll see it, like, in the next game.
And, of course, Nathan just forfeits here, recognizing that there's not much that he can do.
Yeah, his 4 was pretty tough to deal with Rhyperior and Landorus on the same board. So I think going into Game 2, there will be some adaptations, and maybe some adaptations on the other end, trying to preemptively, well, get around that adaptation.
Yes, and so yeah, Riley is in a very good position here, but I think if Nathan wants to come out on top, he may want to change things up a little bit, like maybe bring his Trick Room mode.
Yeah, I think it was a team selection issue and not a play issue. Both these players have had success in large events, and they know how to play in terms of, like, at that very high level that requires you to get those big finishes.
Yeah.
So let's see how these guys go. They locked in their Pokemon really fast, so
yeah,
it sounds like they have a very solid plan.
Yeah, it looks like they know what to do for this round 2. Well, no, game 2. I know.
Same lead from Riley.
Yep, he's recognizing that he's not going to want to change things up. Ooh, but Nathan goes with Mimikyu Snorlax, so Riley may have a hard time here because Mimikyu with its disguise can probably set up Trick Room pretty safely.
Yeah, usually Discharge on the Coco is the flex slot, so if we were going to look at stuff like Taunt, that would usually be the move slot that occupies it. So I think here, barring some Discharge full paralyses, I feel like the onus is on Riley to reposition, and Nathan is the one that's asking the questions. He's the one that is proactive in this given state.
And if Trick Room does get up, then that Snorlax is going to be very problematic, pretty much no matter what it runs, because it's so slow, pretty strong. It could have Belly Drum or Curse. Riley is in a very tough spot here, and he's going to have to find a way out of it.
Yeah, given the set, I think the Snorlax will be a Belly Drum, which I think will apply a lot of pressure from the get-go. Okay, so with the Protect there, that sounds like a hard Trick Room setup.
Yeah, and Riley Volt Switches, but goes into the Protect. Ooh, Riley tries to target down that Snorlax, but it doesn't work because it has Protect. Now, that's not something you see a whole lot, because usually you want to run, recycle to get that berry back.
Yeah, I think in a set like this, you would be taking out the coverage move, like high horsepower or similar attacking moves, to be able to have recycle and protect. I've seen a Snorlax set without recycle, but that was like with Gothel in Alberto's team.
Yeah.
So I would assume that the recycle is still there, but I feel like the only attack.
And we see the belly drum come out now.
Yeah. So I guess after this, Nathan will be able to fire off very strong returns or double
Yes.
facades, whatever.
And even Riley's normal resists won't really want to take a +6 return. Oh, Psych Up!
Okay.
Now Mimikyu is also at +6, so this is not a good position for Riley.
Yeah, this kind of gives me back nightmares from last year.
Oh, but Volt Switch. See, and Snorlax is still on the field, considering it's a very bulky Pokemon.
Yeah, it's damaged, but I feel like with the whole setup that Nathan's done on this turn, it's going to come down to Riley to play even more defensively. He's not really in a position where he can force Snorlax to spam recycle and not
Right.
pressure.
And Landers comes in to get that Intimidate, but they're still at +5, so this is still a very strong position for Nathan. Like, both of these Pokemon are just going to get taken out if they don't protect.
Yeah, I think Riley's turn 1 play was sort of based around the fact that, I still won game 1 and there's a second chance for me, so even if I go for a play that can potentially get punished by concealed information, I'll just scout for that on this game and then play around the turn after. But it seems like with the setup that Nathan has done, he just got into a perfect position to be applying pressure, and this looks like a clean 2-0 on this given turn.
Yeah, looks like it. And yep, with Mimikyu going for the Shadow Claw and Snorlax going for the return, both of Riley's Pokemon have been taken out, and now Riley's just left with Tapu Koko and his 4th.
Yeah, Nathan channeling his inner Gavin Michaels with that Mimilax.
Yep.
Oh man, that's so scary.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't...
Yeah, if I were Riley, I would think of the game tree.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he can come out of this. And his...
Oh, but there's Rhyperior, and if my guess was right that Snorlax only has return, then
maybe Riley could...
Depending on what Nathan has in the back, of course.
Yeah, although Mimikyu... Well, actually, Rhyperior will be slower than Mimikyu, most likely. So it depends on what Snorlax has here. Rhyperior could very easily go for the Rock Slide.
I doubt that a +5 return will KO the Rhyperior.
Oh, definitely not, because it resists, it has a very high defense stat. And, yeah, Snorlax going for the Protect
I like
here.
that play.
Yeah, recognizing that the thing here is to conserve Snorlax and try to get Rhyperior off the field. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Groundium Z coming out from the Rhyperior.
Oh, that's really, really cool, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't really see that move very often. I believe that gets usage in, like, the ladder, like, showdown or battle slot. But, I guess I've never seen someone use Groundium Z in a tournament, which is interesting to see. I don't think that's enough to get the knockout, but...
Oh, yeah, especially since it went into the Snorlax, which just protected. And Mimikyu going for the Shadow Claw, trying to get Rhyperior out of here, and that... It took it, surprisingly.
Yeah, but now that's in the range of the +5 return, I think, so...
Yeah.
This play through this turn was still optimal. You get to see the damage rolls, and you can use this to better inform your plays the game after. But it's like, yeah, I think it's really important for both players to think about what to do next, as in the game after.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and,
so it gets knocked out. This game
Yeah, and yeah, this game is pretty much over. Because now Mimikyu can just go for the Shadow Claw into the Tapu Koko, which will definitely be taken out by that.
Yeah, good plays by Nathan. He just played that Mimilax so perfectly.
So now Riley's going to have to think about how he's going to beat this Trick Room setup that Nathan has. Because his Tapu Koko, we haven't seen Taunt or anything yet. So he might not even have it. So Riley's definitely going to have to change things up a little bit. Maybe bring his Chansey, hope for some evasion.
I'm not sure what that Chansey does, because we have seen a Chansey cut an international last year without the timer stalling game plan. It obviously was good in that situation, but at least with the way Nick Navarre played in Indianapolis, it wasn't there to just set up minimize. So maybe that's the answer to this given given threat of Mimilax, I don't know. I've seen some Braviaries pack Whirlwinds though. Maybe that's something
Yeah,
that Nathan might have to watch out for.
Yeah, maybe Riley has that on his Braviary, but aside from that, Riley's probably going to have a very hard time with Nathan's Trick Room setup.
Yeah, I don't think Hyperior is enough, and I don't think Chansey applies enough immediate pressure.
Yeah.
I feel like if there is an answer for Trick Room in this team, it has to be Braviary.
Yeah, so it all depends on whether or not Riley even has Whirlwind on his Braviary. So, because with Whirlwind, he can just prevent that Trick Room setup right away.
Yeah, but I guess like from a player perspective, you can't really change moves out of the given game. So, I mean, I don't know his exact moveset, so we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I feel like if I were Nathan, I would be going for that same Mimilax lead again, just because it was so effective last time. And I feel like with the information he's gathered in the first 2 games,
yeah,
it's kind of on
Riley taking a lot of time to lock in his Mons.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair because you don't get penalized for taking your time on preview or taking your time during in-game turns.
Yeah.
And you know, Mimilax is something that you mess up one turn and you're done. So you just have to make sure that you have it right.
Yeah, exactly. So smart of Riley to take his time on the preview, and we're seeing Rhyperior and Charizard come out. So maybe, and now Nathan is bringing out Incineroar and Porygon 2. So I'm guessing that Nathan is trying to take advantage of Fake Out to be able to more reliably secure the Trick Room setup.
Yeah, honestly, I like this lead from Nathan. I think this kind of preys on potential Trick Room answers with a Fake Out and a more bulkier permanent Trick Room setter. Since Mimikyu, your ability goes down a lot after you go through the disguise.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I guess in this given board state, Rhyperior is a bit of a threat to both Incineroar and Porygon 2. So it's interesting to see what Nathan would have in the back. Like, there's probably a Snorlax in the back, but the fourth Pokemon will, I think, make a big difference as to how Nathan will be able to target and address that threat of Rhyperior.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like Riley can just outright prevent a Trick Room setup aside from Rock Slide flinching Porygon 2. So I'm feeling like that's what he'll be going for.
And that is a good play here, because it does hit super effectively, like the Incineroar.
Yep. Although with the Intimidate, it probably...
Oh, it won't be a KO.
Right, exactly.
But I think it should do substantial enough damage for it to KO after the Heat Wave damage.
Oh, Incineroar has U-turn.
Yeah.
We didn't even see it go for the Fake Out.
That's nice. I guess his plan here is to switch in a Rhyperior answer or a Snorlax as he goes for a Trick Room. Which I think is super smooth as a flowchart, as like a turn one kind of option.
Yeah. Oh, Riley going straight for the ground EMC. Although with the -1, it's probably going to go into what was the Incineroar slot.
I would have to say so. If this can proc the berry, then I think it would be worth it, just for the fact that he applies that pressure from the get-go. Like, it is still a same type of boosted move, so that's a little rough.
Yeah, just missed out on the berry.
Yeah, but it's also, like, not necessarily bad. It's just that when the Snorlax is barely above berry range, it's just, like, weird for both players.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really want to go for Belly Drum, but as the opponent, you still have to respect it.
Yeah, exactly.
And, I feel like, oh, well, okay. Players making turns very fast.
And of course, Nathan just going straight for the return, not even wanting to take that risk.
I think that's the play, because you want to activate the berry, recycle it, and belly drum from a better position.
Exactly.
And from what we see, there is some offensive investment on the Snorlax, so it should be able to sort of like 1v1 the Charizard, and then set up a belly drum at a better spot.
And Nathan going for the Ice Beam onto the Rhyperior. Ooh, it knocks it right out. Rhyperior's special defense is not good, and
that's very big damage. I wonder.
And I think Nathan's Porygon 2 got the.
What's download?
I think it got the special attack boost from download.
Ouch.
But still, that was big damage.
Yeah, for a second I thought that looked like a crit, but
it was not.
That was not at all. No.
Yeah, and now Tapu Koko coming out, but with this Trick Room up, it can't do a whole lot.
Yeah, and like. What Nathan can do here is, like, super safe. He could recycle. He could recover. He could
Yeah.
easily sacrifice Porygon to and reposition. Like,
Exactly.
Like I think the options that Nathan has is much more commanding when it comes to having easy to see win conditions. By easy, I mean like very strong and therefore like evident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nathan.
Whereas for Riley, he just has to offensively piece together situations, which
Yeah.
I think is far less reliable.
Uh-huh. And Nathan definitely has the top position here because Riley has two Pokemon out that don't really want to be in Trick Room at all. So Porygon 2, even with its low health, could very easily just go for Ice Beam or Thunderbolt onto the Charizard, and Charizard protecting itself.
I like this play.
And oh, Nathan going for the recycle,
Yeah,
recognizing that it wants to heal up. And
Yeah, I don't see a reason not to here.
Mhm.
But there is technically an argument to be more offensive. But recycle recover, I think that's very safe.
Yeah.
Plays around protects and doesn't really get punished by attacks.
Yeah,
Maybe other than like very deliberate doubles.
Riley
that
going
come
for
from
the
Cody.
discharge, maybe wanting to get a paralysis for the paralysis.
I think that's his out. But
Yeah.
He didn't get it.
Yeah, he did not get it this time. I mean, it's only 30% for each Pokemon, so
Yeah.
it looks like it's his out, but it's not a very reliable one.
I mean, yeah, even after he gets the paralysis, he will have to roll for those full paralysis probably multiple times.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
little bit like that Rock Slide win con where
Mhm.
you have a lost game, but you're trying to claw your way out of it with the dice.
Yeah, with all those flinches, but
Skill
yeah,
slides.
it's definitely a very tough position for Riley. He brings out the Landorus, but it's probably just going to be threatened right back out thanks to Ice Beam, which it went. Ooh, it went
Yeah.
right for the Landorus.
Yeah,
So
Nathan's not taking that.
he
for sure.
he I guess Riley just wanted to get the Intimidate on the Snorlax.
Yeah, Landorus switch there was still a good play. Like even if Riley.
Oh, he gets the paralysis on Snorlax, so now he can start going for the Parahacks. But Porygon 2 is still not paralyzed.
Yeah, I think this was objectively the best play that Riley could have made.
Hmm.
In terms of just lowering critical damage to Coco, and people expect Coco to protect under Trick Room because that's like the base play, that's the safe play.
Yeah.
But it's like when you have to make that commitment to punish like the Coco partner, then if you don't protect with your Coco, you will be able to do damage safely.
And now Porygon 2 is in a position where it might want to recover here, but Snorlax is at a risk of getting fully paralyzed. So, and now Riley protects his Charizard, and ooh,
Yeah, last turn
what's
Trick
for the?
Room, so he's trying to just stall it out.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Although
point.
that is kind of weak to recycle recover, which I
Yep.
think will happen.
Yeah, and even though Riley did stall out the last turn of Trick Room, Porygon 2 is very bulky, so if it does recover here,
And
so
the sun turn, like I haven't been keeping track of the sun turns, but it might end soon, and if it does,
oh yep, Sun
yeah,
is over.
that's going to mess with Riley's
Yeah, and he-
Trick Room plan.
And he can't just switch it out because it's his last two Pokemon. So I think Riley's out is to try to double protect the Charizard, and he's just going for the Volt Switch on the Porygon. I guess he's trying to. Oh, that was a
Wow.
critical hit.
That might matter actually.
Yeah, exactly.
So Heat Wave.
Connects to both.
Oh, I may have gone for Overheat there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what moves that Riley revealed game one, but
But yeah,
From what I've
Porygon
seen.
Porygon 2 just barely surviving
yeah,
that.
that thing is still super strong.
Yeah.
Really thick, takes a lot of hits. It honestly does what you want like a Trick Room setter to do, especially
Exactly.
when a lot of Trick Room setters are kind of lumped into being weak to Ghost type attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So having
Yeah.
that Ghost type immune bulky Trick Room setter, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah. Now, Riley's not in a very.
That
It
might
gets
be
paralyzed. Now, Porygon 2 goes for the recover again. But that paralysis coming in clutch for Riley because now his Charizard gets to live another day. They try
Yeah.
to. Oh, but he activates the berry. So, looks like Riley is going to be alternating between protects so that he can Heat Wave with Charizard on one turn and then Discharge on the next.
So all field attack modifiers have been removed, and this just like reinforces the fact that if Riley was to claw his way out of this particular situation, he would need multiple paralysis from the attacks and high damage rolls, critical hits, or burns. From
Yeah,
onto
but
the
he
Porygon
does
too.
not get that, and the turn
Yeah.
going into the Coco, although thanks to the earlier Intimidate, Coco does survive that.
Nathan's taking this really patiently, which I think is good because in this given occasion, being able to get the health back and then attack the turn after is just so much more valuable.
Yeah, and oh, he gets the paralysis on Porygon too, so now Riley definitely has an out here because he has both opposing Pokemon paralyzed, but he still needs multiple full paralysis to even get out of this. And
Yeah,
Nathan,
then there's Incineroar or something in the back.
yeah, and Nathan still has 2 more in the back, so it's a very tough matchup for Riley still. Oh, Porygon gets paralyzed, and Riley's going for the Heat Wave, trying to get the damage rolls onto. He's trying to get that Porygon out of here. It looks like.
One more full paralysis. 2 more. I think it has to be both.
Yeah,
they both
it-
have to skip a turn.
It is going to have to be both of them because Porygon 2 could just recover and just undo all of the progress. Oh,
Okay. That's rough.
yeah, and Nathan's Snorlax does get the recycle off, so it's going to be very tough to get both of these out, and no paralysis at all. So all of that progress that Riley made towards getting these Mons off the field was just for naught.
Yeah.
Oh, critical hit on
pretty good.
Snorlax though.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that'll change the long-term plan because
and
now
now-
has one more attack.
And now,
Actually, the Trick Room's out.
yeah, Trick Room's out, but Coco only has 1 attack left because it's at 1 HP. But I'm thinking that it could still do some damage to this Porygon too. Oh, it just goes for the Protect. Maybe this is the turn that we see Overheat if he has it. Oh, nope, he just goes for Heat Wave again.
I like this play because I think he has to save one Coco attack for Incineroar at the very least.
And yeah, definitely, because Charizard is not going to be able to do much damage at all to that. Ooh, but
Yeah.
Charizard is stunned, so this is game over for Riley,
Yeah, it seems so.
because he only has 1 HP left on that Coco, so it's just 1 attack. He can't take out all 4 Pokemon.
Yeah, well played to both players. I think Nathan went for like a more focused strategy that is very hard to answer if you don't have a dedicated plan against it.
Exactly.
And maybe Riley's given 4 wasn't necessarily a good enough game plan versus this hard Snorlax kind of
Yeah.
game plan.
Yeah, I just think Riley didn't have a very good game plan to beat any kind of Trick Room team, because at most he could have had
Yeah.
like just Whirlwind on the Braviary, but given that he didn't even bring it, looks like maybe he didn't even have it.
Yeah, he'll most likely bounce back considering that
Yeah, it's
at-
Riley.
Yeah, like at some point, tournaments come down to what matchups you play, and
Yep.
maybe this is a matchup that Riley just said, hey, I don't think it's common enough, I'm just not going to prepare against it.
Yeah, so but it cost him here, but I think he can still pull it out because he's Riley. He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
very good player.
Yeah, 3-time regional champion.
Hi, Riley.
Hey. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll definitely be fine. Anyway, we'll see you soon.